I'll up it to 25 to keep it interesting. Because I feel like I could die to something like this.
Hello,
Wait, is Bad News is the one that's bugged where it's actually a 50% damage bonus to everything. As long as the enemy doesn't have a cast inside them. Wait, what are we doing? Aspect of Zagfist, let's find out how good is Heavy Knuckle. Is it okay? Is it terrible? Is it amazing? Have we been sleeping on Heavy Knuckle, chat? Tonight at 16 o'clock. Your attack becomes the 3-hit sequence. Each deals 40 base damage. What's the base damage before that? I don't remember. So our attack hits slower. A little tempting, but I feel like I'm probably gonna get hit.
Let me in.
We'll go for it. Why not? If we fail, then I just give away my stream key. That's all.
They won't harm a hair on my head.
Uh-oh.
Sisyphus, Princess.
Boldy had to take that out. Boom. I'll take this attack if it's epic. I see. You know what? Well, maybe we'll go for like a big heart rend thing. Bombing Passion Dash. Base damage in 50 is 15. That sounds about right. Okay.
That's what you get.
Hoarding / Arthur crit attack only Mom Pom. So the problem with Hoarding / is that Hoarding / only gets boosted by the gold. It's too bad. Hoarding / does not gain damage from other things like attack moves and stuff. So in other words, if you have a bunch of gold with Hoarding / it only gets tacked on at the end. So it's actually has kind of anti-synergy with Arthur since Arthur hits so slowly. Yeah, you'd want to hit very quickly because it's kind of like a flat thing, unfortunately. It's too bad.
Should come in useful.
Guess I'm taking that.
Say hi to Hermes for me. It's that damn wretched sneak.
At least for me, I think the words Arthur and fun do not belong in the same sentence anyway. Do, 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 do. An epic attack. Bum, bum.
Do not mess with me right now.
We've gone for like the biggest damage number ever on Arthur a few times, probably. There's gotta be at least one on the tubes. There's gotta be.
Power of Olympus.
More. Boldy Palm Chaos Gate.
Going in.
What's up, poop? Happy hump day. Special. Striking foes from behind.
No thanks.
What's up, Seagull? We kind of got everything we almost want for a quote-unquote. I mean, rolling Hermes for attack speed would be nice. Come on. What else you got?
None of these.
Ugh, we can make do with that at least, I guess.
Primordial chaos.
Give me those back. Arthur beat Crush Shot for the highest damage. Crush Shot's not very high. Beowulf might technically beat it in some ways with Mirage Shot, if that's what you mean.
Time to pick sides.
Okay.
I knew you'd come around.
Not very meaningful. Arthur can probably get you the biggest singular number with Shadow Slash, maybe some more backstab damage. Aphrodite on the attack, then get pressure points for an occasional crit. The level 50 crush shot, sadly that is not conducive to actually trying to get a big number. That is the wrong way to go about it, to say the least. Urge to kill? A singular wireless. I used to be a singular member with my Motorola Razr, I believe. Who do they merge with? AT&T? I think I canceled like around the time that they merged. And then I wound up getting like one of the probably the worst wireless service you can get. I don't really care about Dionysus. Virgin Mobile. And it's all, I feel like I would tell people, oh, I got Virgin Mobile. They're like, they have mobile? And I'm like, they do, apparently. The service was really bad. And they did that thing where in order to cancel, I had to make a phone call to the company and explain to them that I'm canceling and why I'm canceling. They would then create a username and password for me on their forum for the website, where I would request from an admin on the forum to cancel my account. No, wait, sorry. Hold on, dial it back. No, that is not what happened. I had to request my account number from a forum admin. They would then give me a runaround asking why I'm canceling as well.
Megara failed again.
And then once I pleaded with them, they just give me the account number. Then I would take that account number and call them back in order to give it to them to cancel the account. Oh.
The gods won't mind.
Me heart running up. The 9th circle of hell. Yeah. I was a stud with the razor. I was hopping. I was getting all the, what do the kids say? I don't want to say the word out loud. I don't know what was worse, that or when I had phone insurance for like a slightly expensive phone. And then when I called them, because I cracked the screen on my phone, which is supposed to be covered, I simply asked some questions. Like, oh, what happens if like you spilled water on it? And they said, well, we can no longer provide you with a replacement because that's insurance fraud. I'm like, what? I'm like, huh? Wait, what? But I didn't spill water on it. And then they hung up on me. And I never got a new phone out of them. Phone insurance, I'm pretty sure, is like a pretty big scam. But also probably, I'd recommend not spending a lot of money on a cellular telephone either, because that shit just breaks, you know. Dash Strike plus 46% more foes. Boons are better. Paid for my minutes plus text. So for a long time, I had limited minutes. So so for the first probably like 4 years that I had a cell phone, I simply did not text because it was like extra money. That's how it was back in the day. Texting wasn't a big thing. Like not even every phone had it, you know what I mean? And it was a lot of extra money. It was really expensive for a while. But eventually I got it, and then I had limited minutes but unlimited text messages, so then I wouldn't call anybody. And I would only text. Heavy, okay, what is the determination of heavy cuckle so far? Kind of just feels the same. Doesn't it? It kind of just feels like it didn't do much. Which is more DPS, Aphrodite or Artemis attack, if they are the same rarity? It's so close that it doesn't matter.
Hey, Baldy. Holding?
Boop, 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 doo, 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 doo.
Olympus Eye.
Telling your friends to text in short sentences so you could read the message from the preview because you only had to pay if you opened the text? That's miraculous! That's like when you would call someone, right? And when they ask for the name, you know, what's that iconic commercial? Had a baby, it's a boy.
More bloodless.
Bob had a baby, it's a boy. That's very clever. During the start of like the texting, this guy, the texting era, this guy I worked with, like he didn't apparently put together that text costs money. To be fair though, a lot of those wireless providers, they wouldn't really lay it out for you to make things easy, you know what I mean? They didn't want you to know that it costs so much money to text. And so he came to work, it's like, dude, I owe $600 to my cell phone for last month. It's like, Jesus, man. I was texting this girl from New York. I'm like, was it worth it? He's like, no. I think I got catfished. Okay, more attack? Not more attack.
Palmed up.
Had to pay to send them, not receive. That makes a lot more sense, but I guess they wanted to be scammy about it a little bit, right? It does not make a whole lot of sense here. What else we got?
Next island.
Had to pay for the internet on phones before smartphone. Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot that we had to pay for internet, like by the gigabyte. There's something weird about saying that. We had to pay by the gigabyte or something. Do limited data plans still exist? They must to some degree. It was by the megabyte? Maybe it was. Can't remember now. Longer duration. Never liked these supplemental boons. I don't even know what I'd roll for. Sweet Surrender is just not much either. Download ringtones and shit? Oh my god. I remember that.
Hiss once if you think you're going to lose.
A lot of plans are unlimited, but they heavily throttle you after a certain amount. Yeah. That still happens too, right? One thing with Heavy Knuckle is if you actually just sit there and try to just only do the combo, there's a massive delay between the end of the combo and the start of a new one. So you kind of want to dash in between. I don't know if I like that Haelian stream. All they do is reminisce about old technology. I was born in 2003. Hack phone. I felt bad for the people that would come in and buy the prepaid phones just because I know it's like a horrible deal. Like the amount of money you spend for that, for the service you actually get out of it. But it's tough sometimes. Welcome, Fluffy. Thank you. Congrats.
Maybe.
More attack.
Blasted underworld customs.
Whoops. I knew I took Broken Resolve for a reason. You think I'll ever remember that I took Underworld Customs here? Manual typer or T9 sort of person. When I had the Razor, I don't think I could do text messages on my Razor, so I didn't use T9 for long. And then I spent way too much money on a Windows mobile phone that's where the screen like slid out and there was a full keyboard. I kind of liked it, but like the keyboard was nice, but like a lot of phones back then, it was just so slow. Like everything you wanted to do on that phone was just, drudgery, you know what I mean?
Time to fix up these fists.
These are all special related, I'm afraid, chat. I'm sorry. Earn up to $150.
Wretches, take him now.
I owned a Zune. I did own a Zune. I still own that Zune even. I didn't own a beta disc or whatever the hell that is.
Disappointing for these so-called champions.
The Zune was kind of legit, but it worked well, except they shut down the store where you could do the music so early. And the software they created for the Zune, they stopped supporting it like only a couple years after it. And so you couldn't put any more music on your Zune very shortly after the Zune went out of style, which is bullshit. Like, I'm not saying they needed to support that software for 20 years, but they needed to give it a little longer than that. No attack speed yet again. But it's all I've ever wanted.
What else?
I am sad, Leon. You had to set up your computer to recognize it as an external hard drive.
Cheers, mate.
You lost me. Someone get that sorcerer out of my chat. Speaking in tongues over there.
Splitters.
Andy, you know what to do.
Bring it. In the name of Hades.
If you replace the battery, you could get it working again. I feel like I turned my on, like, it was after I started streaming. I'm gonna say within the last couple of years and it still worked. Although I bet the battery just died immediately.
It's no use.
Athena.
Go, Sisyphus.
Do 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 do. Lay cast? Lay Holy Shield, I guess, out of those. We have Hunter's Mark, we have Heart Rend. I guess I'd rather take Chaos. You think it's gonna give me more dash strike damage? It feels why we have separate devices for music other than phones. We had separate devices for music, camera, making calls, and the internet. Like all four of those things have been combined, right? GPS was sort of a big one too, because I think like a lot of people had a solo GPS device way back in the day, right? I mean that jerk. Bought your dad a Garmin? Wife won't throw hers out. I keep telling her to chuck the thing. She's like, no, I might need it. I'm like, in what universe? Like, I don't even know if Garmin still got those satellites up there or not. She doesn't even keep it in the car either.
How's that?
I keep getting hit. What's the next thing that's gonna get combined into our cell phones? Credit cards slash wallets. That's kind of happened to a degree, right? It's kind of happening slash has happened. A driver's license.
I'll pay for that.
Bum, bum, bum. The IDs, you think? I think the government's gonna be lag behind for a while before that truly happens 100%. Our brains? Garmin almost fully transitioned to running watches? Random. Oh, that was some big numbers there. I mean, I do have 2 jerkies on. Look at that. That's surprisingly thick numbers. What's my call? Ben? Do 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 do. A greater call. Okay. Some Android phones that work as a PC if you plug a monitor, keyboard, and mouse in. I've said it before, but obviously it's already kind of here, but a cell phone, it depends what you're doing on the PC, but I wouldn't be surprised if eventually over time, personal computers as we see them now with the, the tower and a GPU and a processor and RAM, all that stuff, I wouldn't be surprised if within the next 20 years, like, those start to fade out and more people just use some kind of cell phone that simply plugs into a dock for their computing needs. I know it already exists, but it's obviously not widely popular yet.
I need to purge one of my boom
I forgot.
tubes.
Goodbye.
Needing that. I'm out of here.
Battery's heat management will have to come a long way before a phone-sized machine can replace a PC. I think that us gamers out there will probably maintain a PC, but I wouldn't be surprised if the average computer user would rather have one of these dock things just for basic stuff. I mean, what do they even do on their computer? Just watch wider screen videos or something? I bet a lot of them, I know quite a few people that just don't even own a PC. Anything to do with the internet, they just do via their phone or like iPad. You know what I mean? But the thing is, like, workstations for, like, people in the tech industry, it would probably be a while before a cell phone would replace something like that. Do 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 do. Maybe it's laptops that would sooner go out, because laptops often less powerful, right? Meant to be portable, which a cell phone already is. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, that was my last bold. Won't cycle out too quickly for a workstation, you think? Well, like Apple could probably do it, right? If they're always gonna have the same, and those docking stations, yeah, they'll probably make them obsolete every few years or something like that on purpose, right?
Not yet.
Boom.
No status here. Fantastic. Cerberus will love it. I can't.
I remember carrying my like 40-pound laptop to college. Not for really good reasons.
Pleasure doing business.
Dang. Got nothing. I dragged that to college just so I could play Step Mania in the food court when I had a break between classes. Classic. Term for phones designed to break after some time. Planned obsolescence? Obsolescence?
I wonder,
Something?
boy, who's going to kill?
Heavy Knuckle. What do we say, chat? It's just kind of a side grade. I feel like it, like you compare it to like other things that we could have had, it kind of just doesn't really do anything, it doesn't add to the build, I think. So if you have a different attack upgrade potential, you might as well take that instead, because this just kind of feels the same. I guess if you like juicy big number, you know. Yeah, it didn't feel different enough. It's an idea that they had. It probably need to be almost like world splitter levels of difference, though. You know what I mean? Ooh. Ooh. Boom. Kindle paperweights? Paper whites. Hard to consider what else you would need on it. I'm confused. Wait, I don't understand. I thought it was a dig at Kindles, calling them paperweights. Ebooks? I've never tried one. My dad tried to use one forever ago, because he reads a lot. But he ended up going back to books. I think he said mostly because it's just more comfortable.
Souls restore my strength.
You primarily read ebooks? It seems like the audiobooks have only gotten more and more popular as time goes on, right? Ooh. I don't think those are going anywhere anytime soon. Do. Can't do audiobooks, feel slow? Never tried. Daddy. Oh, can you speed it up? That makes sense. I never got in the habit of watching YouTube videos on a faster speed, but I probably should, at least for some things I want. 1.25 times 1.25 speed. Yeah, that sounds actually pretty legit. Heavy Knuckle. I think I already stated my opinion on it. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to bother with when there's other options that would actually improve it instead of just kind of changing how it feels slightly, right? I guess that was the build overall. Heart rend, attack, etc.